I'm too positive to be doubtful, too optimistic to be fearful. So all my time I spend cheerful, and I know exactly what I'm here for. I'm too positive to be doubtful, too optimistic to be fearful. So all my time I spend cheerful, and I know exactly what I'm here for. I'm too positive to be doubtful, too optimistic to be fearful. So all my time I spend cheerful, and I know exactly what I'm here for. I'm too positive to be doubtful, too optimistic to be fearful. So all my time I spend cheerful, and I know exactly what I'm here for.
What it do? It's your boy, Dragon Ball Art 92. And I'm back, big back, with another BAM reaction video. And the last time, because I know it's been a while, y'all, but the last time we did a reaction video to Ultra Vegito kills Seadra. Now we back doing a reaction video to Ultra Vegito loses his arm. So y'all know this is gonna be a good one. But before we get to the content today, you guys, make sure you hit that subscribe button so that way we can trigger YouTube algorithm and we can also be seen by a bigger audience. Also, if you're new here, we want to thank you for coming by and enjoying the content today. If you really enjoy it, at the end of the video, make sure you hit that like button so that way we can get the video seen. All right, you guys. So with all that being said, let's get to the content, you dig?
Dragon Ball Super Ultra Vegito escaped to Universe 9, only to be erased from the sky by Lord Seadra. But after surviving just barely and penetrating both the god and angel, Ultra Vegito would then go on to continue his god killer rampage, decapitating the god of destruction and then leaving his angel to now suffer the same fate. And in today's manga, we will see exactly if things truly went to plan. So our story continues with us seeing the once calm and collected angel Mojito, with a look of despair as he whimpers at just seeing his own god die before his eyes. Still grabbing tightly onto the energy ring around his neck, struggling fruitlessly to escape now that all his angelic powers have left him. Ultra Vegito, meanwhile, remains in the air, still in position, staring at the bloody mess that is now Seadra.
Yo, why that remind me of a Mortal Kombat fatality, though? The way his head was knocked off. Well, obviously, we can see that Vegito knocked his head off. But, bro, they're so gruesome, bro. Ultra Vegito just being on a rampage, bro. Like, for real, for real. Let's get back to it.
And with a signature smirk lets out, "Wow, look at all that blood, Seadra. And here I thought you were only full of crap." As following this, Vegito then raises his arm slowly.
Bro, we ain't gonna let that pass, bro. Not only he killing him, though, he roasting him, bro. You gotta be an angry being to kill somebody, then roast them after that. Like, wow.
Saying as he does, "But I think it's time to say our final goodbyes. Don't you think, Angel?" "What? No! Leave Lord Seadra alone! You've done enough, you monster!" Leaving Mojito to scream and struggle in anguish.
I mean, he's dead already. What more could he possibly do, right? Besides erase him. But he's already dead. You know what I mean? And the angel already lost his power, so I don't know why he complaining. To be honest, well, he probably know he next.
The background even more as the heartless Vegito continues to raise his arm until... Time! With a thunderous roar, Ultra Vegito shouts the final words he reserves for all gods after killing them, using their own technique to send them to the realm of nothingness. And like clockwork, Seadra's deceased and decapitated body then proceeds to disintegrate to dust. Like a sandcastle breaking down, the once god of destruction of Universe 9 is nothing more than a memory now. No! No! Lord Seadra! I failed you. As one final time, the angel Mojito, who had attended to Cedra for millennia, now watches as his life as he knows it is changed for eternity, seeing not only his lord, but his student and friend be erased forever. Eventually leaving Vegito standing with his arm out and with Cedra now completely gone, as Vegito finally says, "Now, let's move on to you, Mojito. Want me to take your head off first? Or do you prefer an old-fashioned Hakai while you're still alive?" Vegito! But now that sorrow and sadness has shifted completely to complete rage.
Vegito is just, baiting the angel for real, and the angel really can't do nothing about it. So he over here just having a good time, about to get his revenge on. Hey man, it's interesting because Vegito really thinks smart, because he already knew by taking out the destroyer, you knock the angel off of his powers, and then the angel can't really do nothing, so he could just kind of torture the angel. Is boy, he's a beast.
Rage and anger, unbefitting of an angel, as his emotions take over him and he responds, You demon, mark my words, you will pay for this! Your time is coming soon, Vegito. The minute my father arrives will be your last minute in existence. For what you did to the gods and myself, you will pay for 1,000 lifetimes! But Vegito, upon hearing this, is almost excited by the words, not bothered in the slightest by these same threats all the gods have made to him before, as he sarcastically responds, "Oh, I'm quaking in my boots, Mojito. Not your big bad midget for a father. Oh, whatever will I do? Struggle and say all you want, Angel. You know as well as I do."
Even though he talking big crap about the Grand Priest, right? The Grand Priest still ain't showed up after Vegito didn't kill like 3 of his kids, bruh. Like, if you still ain't showed up, either you're a little scared, bro, or something holding you back. I mean, but for the people who already been watching the series like me, you already know what was holding them back. But it's just quite interesting, man, that in this time right here, the Grand Priest really didn't show up to help these angels nor these gods. You know what I mean? But it was kind of good because Vegito is getting his get back, because they shouldn't have did whatever they did to him. So, but remember something, man. For every cause, there is an effect. If you don't want to experience the effect, don't participate in the cause. You know what I'm saying? Let's get back to it.
Dude, this is the end for you. If I were you, I'd have made my last words a lot more positive than those. But each to their own, I guess. Enjoy nothingness, you weakling. As Vegito, just like before, begins raising his hand, ready to close it at any instant and snap off Mojito's head identically to Cedra's, upping the tension as he grimaces his face, staring at Mojito and yells, "Ah!" But suddenly something happens. Vegito's face becomes full of shock, as on his left shoulder, blood begins to pour out. But from what? Let go of my brother, demon!
Bruh, she came out of nowhere, bruh. Like, isn't her God already dead, bro? Like, what is going on here? Because I know he didn't kill her. He didn't see her when he fought the Elephant Man. You know what I mean? But she shouldn't have no powers, though. She shouldn't be able to do that. She sliced his arm clean off, though, bro. Like slicing through a medium well-done steak. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm having steak tonight. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, it's some mac and cheese. Let's get it.
What? As out of nowhere, what appears to be a young girl suddenly falls from the sky, wielding a familiar staff that effortlessly cuts through Vegito's arm like butter. shockingly severing it completely from the God Killer as he watches it separate in complete shock. You! My arm! You! Leaving him to be left unable to even form coherent sentences from the completely unexpected turn of events. As it is soon revealed, finally, the young girl is none other than Kusu, the Angel of Universe 10, who was mysteriously missing from action when Vegito assassinated Rumchi. An overlooked mistake he will now regret for the rest of his life. As Kusu continues, I'll be taking those rings back now, Vegito.
One arm Vegito, handicap Vegito. Hey, no disrespect to the handicap or the disabled out there, like real talk. But man, somebody needs to give him a hand. Let's get back to it.
Vegito, even if it means of your arm itself too. I have no idea why Lord Rumchi instructed.
Oh wait, she cut the arm off with the rings on it. She was smart, bro. Now he can't regenerate if they kill him. He better get them rings back.
Me to stay when he went to confront you, but nothing will hold me back now from protecting my siblings. Kusu, I thought you had died. There's no way. The sudden arrival, of course, of the petite angel causes Mojito to instantly question in disbelief whether what he sees is really his older sister or just a last fleeting apparition before his untimely death. But eventually, Kusu moves from the stunned in paralysis from the shocked Vegito and flies straight towards her brother, yelling, Mojito, are you okay? Which immediately then validates Mojito's thoughts as he yells back,
that must have happened so fast because Vegito just standing there like so fast that he's in shock and still didn't recognize that she just sliced his arm off.
Wow.
You know, he became a one-armed pirate.
With a beaming smile, Kusu, it really is you! I can't believe it! Good going on injuring that monster! You really saved me, sister!
And Mr. Goofy right here is double ring. He got two rings around his neck. One Vegito gave to him, and the other is his angel ring. You know, call him a donut.
Eventually, as Kusu arrives next to Mojito, she attempts to calm down her brother, who still clings onto the energy collar around his neck, as she explains the situation that went down in her own universe, saying, Of course, I wouldn't let my little brother go out like that. This Vegito has already managed to erase Lord Rumchi, and even killed 2 Supreme Kais while he was at it too. Lord Rumchi had instructed...
Yeah, the gangster Supreme Kai. The Supreme Kai that just did 10 years in the state penitentiary. Bro, with that scar on his eye, bro, you might as well say he scarred from Lion King.
Me to stay put and not interfere under any circumstance, and as his attendant, I obeyed. But now that he's gone, I just couldn't stand by and watch anymore. Mojito, it's been a long time since we ever fought together in our training days with Father, but today we'll put an end to this together for the sake of all our brothers and sisters. But hearing this, Mojito can't help but still look at Kusu with confusion and replies, Kusu? He just killed Lord Sidra, and you're saying he killed Rumchi too? Then what do you mean, sister? We can stop him as we are now. You know as well as I do, as soon as our god dies, our angelic powers instantly become inactive. I am completely powerless right now, and so should you.
That's exactly what I was saying. But let's see what the surprise is.
It's a big mystery how you were even able to damage Vegito like that. What's going on? Kusu, though, seemingly anticipating such a line of questioning, just smiles back and replies, Well, that would be the case normally. But many years ago, Father told me that within my staff and a number of others, he built certain emergency functions. I do not know the powers the other angels have, but he told me mine was to manually reactivate our angel abilities, but only for 48 hours.
So the Grand Priest must have anticipated something happening to make those emergency functions in a staff like that, because otherwise than that, he wouldn't have had a reason to actually do that. But, when you creating something and you making plans, you always want to make backup plans for when things may hit an emergency, because you got to always know that for every up, there's a down. You know what I'm saying? Everything balances itself out. Let's get back to it.
Again, he made it clear that it had to be used only in the most necessary of situations. But with Father not having done anything about this monster yet, I'd say this was more an emergency than any. My only issue is, I've expended most of my time by now. But for you, once I reactivate your powers, you'll have a full 48. You need to use it wisely, Mojito. And after hearing this explanation, rather than worry about the time limit, Mojito looks at Kusu with a smile and says, So the rumors were true. Father really did have his favorites. I was never given any special powers, but I guess Father never really did bother to talk to me much.
That show you that the angels are just like humans, bro. How you gonna have favorites, bro? Like, y'all angels. Favorites? Like, how does that even work? Everything's supposed to work in harmony at certain higher levels. You know what I mean? Not be similar, but that's crazy work, bro. Bro, he picking out favorites, bro, leaving people out, leaving angels out. Now they feel all not involved in the circle. This is crazy work.
But you, Kusu, what a ridiculous power to have embedded solely for his little Miss Perfect. No matter about the 48 hours, that along with whatever time you have left should be more than enough. 2-on-1, and this now one-armed Vegito fellow will be done for. Let's do this, Kusu! To which Kusu then nods back with a serious look and replies, Got it, brother. Now stand still. This will be quick. And with that, Kusu immediately fires off a beam of divine.
What blows my mind is how much time they have to have this whole conversation, and for her to reactivate his powers without Vegito either attacking or saying something or something type of reaction coming from bruh. It's like, or is it happening so fast, and he's just slowing it down to tell the storyline, but it's just quite interesting. You know what I mean? Just something that I picked up on.
White aura from the palm of her hand. As instantly the energy ball hits and surrounds Mojito. In the iconic Ultra Instinct aura, we know the angels fall, surprising even Mojito himself as he comments, You weren't kidding, Kusu. I can feel my energy return. No, I feel even stronger than before. This is outstanding. And so just like that, we then see for the first time dual angels. Brother and sister, surrounded in divine mastered Ultra Instinct aura, ready to take on Vegito with all their might, with Kusu screaming, Alright, Mojito, I probably only have an hour left. For the sake of Father, no, for the sake of the entire multiverse, we will avenge our fallen brothers. To which Mojito gets his staff in position and replies, Certainly, my sister. I will enjoy this demon's final moments. God damn it! But meanwhile, back with Vegito, the adrenaline from the shock of seeing what Kusu did to him finally fades, and the pain and burn of his now blood-spewing shoulder begins to set in.
Parents of children who play Roblox. If your child was sexually exploited, abused, or
as he clutches his shoulder to stem the blood and yells angrily, "You! What have you done to me? My arm! My rings! You'll die 1,000 deaths for this, Angel!" And now the look of anger never before seen so intensely on Vegito's face, as veins bulge over not only his face, but in the whites of his eyes too. He lets out intimidatingly, "First, your damn daddy locks me up for 10 years of my life, making your own brother Whis off himself just to make things right. And then you take my entire family away from me for eternity. And now you undo what your own brother wished for and take away my own arm from me too."
Yeah, bro got a bad case of bad luck, bro, because it seemed like they just been picking at bro. And for no reason though, really, because all of this happened from a misunderstanding. Ain't that crazy?
"Why don't you damn angels just accept your punishment and die already?" And with just one arm still leaking a trail of blood, Vegito rushes in at the two angels, angrier than ever. But unfortunately, weaker too than ever after training for a year non-stop in the GT timeline, surviving a planetary Hakai and Hakaiing Lord Sidra, all without a second of rest. And ultimately, the two angels, in all their wisdom, know this too. Smiling without a hint.
And that's the only reason why the Angels is confident is because Vegito ain't at his full power. Otherwise than that, even them having their powers, they wouldn't stand a chance. They know that, but they know they got an advantage right now. So that's why they cocky with it.
Of fear in their heart as Vegito approaches, with Kusu thinking, "And here, the fool finally comes." Yeah! With Vegito beginning with an enraged punch that uncharacteristically misses under the exceptional movements of Kusu's Ultra Instinct, with the little girl commenting, "Too slow, God Killer." And as her confidence grows, a smirk comes across her lips as she continues, "I guess since you're missing an arm, I don't need to worry about a follow-up attack. I guess it's my turn now then." As suddenly, with alarming speed and power, Kusu swings her staff right at Vegito. For a moment, Vegito is left frozen. He wonders if he does anything to stop the staff, will it just slice through him again? "Not this time, you witch!" But ultimately, he brings his arm up at the last.
Not this time, you. Let's get back to it.
Second, knowing as long as he isn't caught off guard and his arm is imbued with his ki, her staff will not cut through anything. But unfortunately, even with that block, there was nothing in the way now to defend himself on the other side as Kusu instinctively follows up with a kick that lands, sending Vegito flying as he thinks, "Damn it! I haven't got used to having one arm yet."
And he looked like a one-arm action figure. Oh my God. Getting his whooped.
"Still think it's there when it's not. I can't fight like this. I need to." What? But before Vegito can even finish his thoughts, right behind him appears Mojito. He too gripping his angel staff with both hands until Vegito is slammed on the back of his neck with a blow that would normally leave anyone paralyzed, as Vegito coughs out blood and momentarily loses consciousness, being sent now flying uncontrollably toward the depths of space. "Sister, it's working just as you thought. Father would be proud. This mortal upstart doesn't even stand a chance."
Why he extra happy though? He extra happy. Earlier he was crying and scared and well, he wasn't crying. He was talking big crap though. but he's super excited right now, bro. When the guy's weak, bro. And his sister is helping him, bro. His sister. Weaklings.
To which Kusu, with an even bigger smile, replies, "Ha ha ha, and only barely 10 minutes have passed, brother. We still have plenty of time to finish this, and have some fun with him too." As the two ferociously continue to chase after Vegito's vulnerable, flailing body, still not satisfied with the damage they've already inflicted on the same. Eventually, though, Vegito manages to regain himself in the midst of space, staring into his impending fate as both angels rush in. In the brief seconds he has left, he continues to think to himself, "No, this isn't how this was supposed to go. I've lost too much blood and energy. Surprise attack after surprise attack has drained all my energy just trying to survive. And with one arm, I don't have a hope in hell of defending myself to pull off a win. What is even going on here? We said their powers should have deactivated the minute the gods died. It happened with Korn. Why isn't it the same here? Something is wrong, but I don't know what. I need to get out of here and regroup." "Hello, God Killer! Miss us?" But time is cut short, as in a flash, both Mojito and Kusu appear before the same menacing, smiling from ear to ear, knowing just how helpless the once feared God Killer now is. As Mojito says,
At least he was honest about it, though, bro. He said ain't nothing he can do right now, and he's so confused on how they got their powers back. You know what I'm saying? He obviously he didn't know that the Grand Priest set up that emergency tactics for them, but it was a good counter to Ultra Vegito because he was knocking them off, and they getting their give back, bro. It's not looking good for Vegito, but let's see what happens.
"Now be a good boy and let me chop off that other arm too. I wouldn't want you to use those remaining time rings, would we, Kusu?" Solar Flare! But while the cocky angels take their time threatening the thought to be
Classic move, bro. That move will always work, especially if you catch somebody off guard, no matter who you are, bro. You catch them off guard, hit them with that solar flare. Oh, mamas, bro. Oh, mamas, bro. It's gonna work every time, bro. I can't wait till I learn how to do it.
helpless Vegito, the View Saiyan unexpectedly takes a page from Tien Shinhan's book and unleashes an incredible bright light that blinds even the angels. No, Kusu! We took too long! As both Mojito and his sister close their eyes momentarily and cover them from the burning bright light, leaving Vegito finally some time to make his escape as he says to himself, "Got him! Enjoy seeing nothing but white lights, you freak! A little gift from one of your victims. His name was Tien." And just like that, Vegito rushes off, leaving the two angels in his dust, his arm still bleeding as he looks back knowing he can't even risk attacking them in this state. All he can do is run whether he likes it or not. Over there! And within seconds, Vegeta plots course to a random planet below to find anywhere at all to hide or recover in some way. He still has some of the time rings left, but would he really escape without retrieving his arm to reattach?
Good question. I don't think he gonna leave his arm in those time rings, especially if he expect to beat the Grand Priest and Zeno. You know what I'm saying? So, but we're gonna see what he do, right?
Eventually, Vegito arrives on the surface of the planet with a small thud, and for just a brief moment, he looks around to survey his surroundings, thinking, "What? This planet literally has no life force at all. It's nothing but rocks. Barely anywhere to get some space." As Vegito then grunts as he continues to run frantically to find any sort of cover to hide from the hunting angels above, thinking to himself, there's got to be something around here. How can this massive planet not have even a hint of life? It's basically a glorified moon. Finally, this will do for now. But eventually, though, Vegito does find himself at the foot of a large cave entrance. Pitch black inside, he decides to enter with his godly energy signature completely untraceable. But once inside and calming down in the darkness, he begins to think on his next moves, still grabbing onto his bloody shoulder, trying to remain conscious. They should have recovered from that solar flare by now, but they'll never figure out I'm here. They probably think I escaped with the staff, or even my current time rings. But there's no way in hell I'm leaving without that arm. Each of those rings provides instant access to another timeline. And on top of that, if I get that arm soon enough, I'll still be able to reattach it. Oh, we know exactly how important that arm is to you, demon.
Not they found him right away, bro. Like, how fast did they recover from the solar flare, bro? Like, they must have been on him as soon as he fled. Like, he should have been talking so much, bro. Like, that's crazy work.
But suddenly, Vegito's calm thoughts are interrupted by a pair of familiar voices creepily yelling at him in tandem. Vegito slowly turns his head into the darkness, seeing nothing at first as he comments, "What the? Who's there? No, it couldn't be!" And in a scene straight out of a horror flick, two pairs of demonic-looking eyes with two creepy grins to match suddenly appear from within the darkness. Through whatever means,
You can see the bloodlust in them angels' eyes, boy. They must be some evil angels at this point, right?
the angels have found Vegito, and there is no way to escape. But that was it for today's video, guys, and if you made it this
Well. So that's the end of the video today, y'all. It was a good episode, bro. It was a good episode, man. Vegito, you know, him and his one arm movement. Man, he's actually got a fight on his hands with these two angels. You know, they outsmarted your boy. So we definitely go see what's up with the next episode. I have taken a little break from YouTube. That's why y'all haven't seen me in a while. Now I'm back and I'm gonna be more consistent with my videos. I'm gonna try to do at least 2 videos a week. And if my audience start growing, then I start doing more frequent videos. But we're gonna start right here, you know. So your boy is on a mission to grow the channel. You dig? And without you guys, there's no way that I can make it happen. I just want to tell you guys that I'm grateful. I'm grateful to be here. I'm grateful to be creating these videos for YouTube, for you guys to watch. I'm grateful for the content that I'm able to react to. I'm grateful for life. I'm grateful to be here. And it's a new day. So I hope you guys have a wonderful, fantastic day out there. Always believe in yourself. You already know, you guys, because ain't nobody else gonna do it. You dig? Dragon Ball Art, man, 92. I'm out, you guys. Deuces.
I'm too positive to be doubtful, too optimistic to be fearful. So all my time I spend cheerful, and I know exactly what I'm here for. I'm too positive to be doubtful, too optimistic to be fearful. So all my time I spend cheerful, and I know exactly what I'm here for. I'm too positive to be doubtful, too optimistic to be fearful. So all my time I spend cheerful, and I know exactly what I'm here for. I'm too positive to be doubtful, too optimistic to be fearful. So all my time I spend cheerful, and I know exactly what I'm here for.